Hey, what's up, everybody? BDO44 coming at you in another video. Alright, so tonight we're going to try to actually upload my reaction since I literally did a reaction video yesterday. I thought it was pretty solid. For the record, I gave the game ball to LeBron James, even though I thought Max Christie had done well against the Blazers, and I cussed out the referees a little bit. So that's pretty much the highlights in the video that you'll never see because it never uploaded. I accidentally forgot to, I guess, or something like that. I don't know if it just didn't, but whatever the case may be, I deleted the videos this morning, as I often do, thinking it had uploaded, and it just had never uploaded overnight. So that is what happened there. But tonight, the Los Angeles Lakers gave me another shot at it, and we won the game again. Another win for the Lakers, 119-102 against the Atlanta Hawks here in Los Angeles, Crypto.com Arena. And I think we benefited a great deal from DeAndre Hunter, man. He was 1 for 12 from the field, 0 for 6 from behind the arc. That kind of tells the story for the Hawks. He's one of the players that they usually get a lot of production from, and they gave him his dose of touches, and he just threw away so many possessions for them. Not to mention that he had 4 fouls as well. So, you know, they had other guys that played really well, but they did not find themselves able to overcome his lack of production. You can count on him for about 22 points. We won by 17. So that tells you he walked away with 3. There's a difference. But you got to give credit to everybody, man. I think our guys really stepped up and played a really good game of basketball, man. 18 points, 3 blocks, 3 steals, 4 assists, and 19 rebounds for Anthony Davis, of whom I will give the game ball to with a plus 17. He played great, to say the least. Love what I saw there overall. LeBron James, 30 points, 8 assists, 3 rebounds. Bye, Mike. He scored more 30-point games than you at this point. And he has taken the record from Michael Jordan as the guy who scored the most 30-point games in the history of the sport. So LeBron James with 30 points, 8 rebounds. On 13 of 20 shooting, 2 of 5 from the 3. Austin Reeves was 6 of 18 from the field, 3 of 7 from the 3, 20 points. 6 assists, 7 rebounds, 6 turnovers though, but plus 18 nevertheless really helped his team a lot there. Max Christie had 9 points, 2 assists, 4 rebounds, 3 of 4 shooting, 1 of 2 from behind the arc. I really like what I saw from Max Christie overall. Didn't score as much today as we had seen, of course, last night, him get his career high 28, but he did find himself shooting a very efficient 3 of 4 from the field. Rui Hachimura had a much better game, 6 of 9 from the field, 1 of 3 from behind the arc, 13 points, 8 rebounds, 1 assist. In 24 minutes, his minutes have gone down since we brought in Dorian Finney-Smith, but that's just what it is, man. You bring in a guy like that, he's going to get his minutes. 23 minutes for Dorian Finney-Smith at 3 of 5 from the field, 2 of 3 from behind the arc with 8 points, 5 rebounds, plus 12. I really like what I saw from Dorian. He was very disruptive out there. The stats don't really even begin to tell the story. He was definitely helpful for his team off the bench. Let's see. Cam Reddish had 3 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist. I thought the stats didn't tell the story there either. He was pretty productive. I like some of the passes that he made there. 1 or 2 from the field, as I said. Jackson Hayes, 1 or 2 from the field as well. 3 points, 1 rebound. Kind of a quiet night, 11 minutes for Jackson. Shake Milton, 0 of 3 from behind the arc, 0 of 2 from behind the arc, 0 of 3 from the field, but he was very productive with 1 block and 4 rebounds and 4 assists. So that's the kind of production I'm okay with. I thought his energy was pretty good, and you know, 13 minutes of play, that's pretty solid production. Dalton Knecht, 3 of 4 from behind the arc. He only missed 1 down the stretch in garbage time. He was really hot tonight. 4 of 7 from the field, 13 points, 1 steal, 1 assist, and 4 boards. So that was a much better game for Dalton. Wish he could have had more touches, but overall, we love what we saw there. So that's the production, man. I said Gabe Vincent had gotten some minutes, but that wasn't accurate. ESPN just kind of showed us he had gotten a minute when he really didn't. So he was in street clothes tonight, still nursing his injury. And of course, we did not get a chance to see Christian Wood either. He's still on the injury report. So they had those guys as game time decisions, and I guess they made a call there. So maybe they'll get another opportunity against the Rockets on Sunday. Another early game, 4 o'clock. I'm going to miss probably the first quarter of that game. I got some things going on with the family. Just an unfortunate situation. It's every Sunday. I'm going to be not available around 4:30. So if they're going to play in that range, I'm just not going to be able to turn on the game till like 5:30. That's just is what it is. So I'll be missing probably most of that first half, but I'll still try to catch up on the second half and give you a halftime video on the stats and stuff. But yeah, that's what we had for our production as the Laker team. Those are the stats for the players. Onyeka Okongwu for the Hawks had 14 points, 11 rebounds, a double-double, 2 assists. Bogdanovic had 5 points, 3 steals, 3 assists, 2 rebounds. So, they didn't get a whole lot off their bench, and that's really what helped us a lot. DeAndre Hunter, they count on to give him like 22 points. He's arguably the sixth man of the year this year, and he just had a horrible night shooting the basketball. And they couldn't overcome it, man. Trae Young had 33 points, 9 assists, 10 of 22 from the field, 3 of 9 from behind the arc. So him being a little cold from behind the arc kind of helped some too. Dyson Daniels, a million steals, a million. It says 5, but it was a lot more than that because he seemed to steal the ball on every possession. 6 of 14 from the field, 1 of 5 from behind the arc, 2 cold from behind the arc, which really helped, with 13 points, 5 steals, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. He's the best steals man in basketball, one of the best steals men I've ever seen. He's up there with Gary Payton and John Stockton. He's up there with those people, man. He is a extremely unique player who is able to get steals like some people are able to shoot shots. And so if you don't respect that, he will walk away with more than 3 or 4 steals on any given night. He averages 3 a game, and he had 5 tonight, and he could have had more, to be honest with you. So, yeah, Dyson Daniels, people are going to have to respect him sort of like you respect elite cornerbacks in football, where you don't want to throw the ball over there. Dyson Daniels is quickly becoming one of those people where if he's on the floor, you probably don't want to give the ball to the person he's guarding. He's going to take it from him. It doesn't really matter who it is either. He's that kind of gifted. So, yeah, very unique player, man. What else is going on down there? Zachary Richardson had 7 points, 1 steal, 3 rebounds, 3 of 8 shooting from the field, 0 of 2 from behind the arc. Jalen Johnson, if I didn't say already, had 19 points, 8 rebounds, 1 assist. Kind of cooled off in the second half, but ultimately those are some very good shooting numbers. Clint Capella 4 of 8 with 8 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists. So, the Atlanta Hawks just did not have that great of a game. They're on a 2-game losing streak now in the Western Conference road trip that they're on, which is going to span another 4 or 5 games. And it feels good to get back because they definitely got us in the last one where it was a lot of, lead changes and a very close game that we ultimately lost about a month ago in their building. So this allows us to tie up the season series against them, and we're very happy about that. Let's take a look at the team stats. The Lakers shot 48% from the field, 43 of 88 of shooting, so that's really solid. The Hawks had significantly more shots attempted there, 41 of 100 shots taken from the field at 41%, 6 of 34 from the 3, which gave them 17%, and we were 13 of 30 from 3, which gave us 43%. So we shot the ball significantly better than them overall, a lot more efficient. We got to the line 25 times, hit 20 of them. They got to the line 14 times, hit 18 of them, and that's 77% for them and 80 for us. And then we just smashed them all over the boards. A lot of that had to do with Anthony Davis going crazy there, 56 to 39 with a whopping 17 offensive rebounds for us and 13 for them. So we still don't like the fact that we gave up so many offensive rebounds to them, but the fact that we controlled the board significantly, especially on the defensive side, for which we've had issues. I think we rebounded the 3-ball a lot better. Give some credit to our guys. Austin Reeves was chasing down some long 3-point rebounds, and it was just an overall dominant rebounding game for the LA Lakers. We had 28 assists to their 22. I'd like us to hover around 30, so that's pretty solid. I think we did a good job of moving the ball around. Our facilitators helped. Guys helped one another. I thought we did really good there. And, of course, they had 10 steals. They got Dyson Daniels, so that's going to happen. We had 4 steals. They had 3 blocks. We had 6 blocks. And we had a whopping 19 turnovers on the game. But, again, Dyson Daniels. And they had 8. Which is one of those situations where if you're the Hawks, you're frustrated, man, because you're looking at DeAndre Hunter and saying, man, if you could have gave us our production, we probably beat the Lakers giving away we turn the ball over versus them. In this case, of course, that would be us. But, we conceded 14 points off of 19 turnovers, which tells me we weren't all that bad in transition on the defensive side. And they gave up 12 points off of 8 turnovers, which means we got what we needed out of that. 18 fast break points to their 14, which is pretty solid. And we had 64 points in the paint given up to them, while we only had 46. So they smashed us inside, and that's not a good thing, to say the least. So a lot of fouls tonight, man. A lot of fouls. The Lakers fouled 21 times. They fouled 22 times for a whopping 43 fouls called. Some of those whistles I could have lived without, man. And them referees were definitely doing a little too much down there. But yeah, that's really the production for both of the teams there. Of course, I'm calling out all these stats, but you know that's coming to an end on the 9th. I want to keep telling people I got 2 phones right now, which is why you're seeing me do this. I might have to go back to trying to figure it out on my own, because I'm not paying for 2 phones. I'm definitely not doing that. But I paid through 1 month, so it ends on the 9th. We're going to enjoy this for now. But that's the stats on the night. I think my takeaway from this game really is just a really, really happy I was happy with the performance overall, with the energy that we provided ourselves. The way we took care of the boards was really impressive. LeBron James' energy has been great for 2 games straight. He was fantastic in the last one last night. He's fantastic tonight as well. That's a whopping 68 points in 2 games for a 40-year-old guy. That's insane as it gets. He has really come back a different player after taking 2 weeks off. He went from being in a slump from behind the arc to being rather hot from behind the arc. So we really, really want to give credit to LeBron James for playing just awesome basketball over the last couple of games. And I think the rest that Anthony Davis took last night really helped him, because you can clearly see he smashed on the board something terrible. Also did some great things defensively. 3 steals, 3 blocks, you know what I'm saying? 4 assists, 19 boards, 4 offensive rebounds. Not the greatest shooting night, 6 of 17, but ultimately the 18 points was helpful. And, you know, I just felt like you have to give credit where credit's due when you consider how much we destroyed them on the boards, and you look at them 19 that he got. That makes a big difference. And you look at Rui Hachimura. I've been really critical of Rui. I wasn't very pleased with how he played last night, or very much throughout the course of the last several games. And for him to come back, have 8 boards, 13 points, and shoot 6 of 9, I thought was much better, especially given the fact that it was limited minutes. You know, that was really good for us. Austin Reeves is the lead point guard, is pretty good, man. Obviously, some of those steals were credit to him, or against him, for the Dyson Daniels situation. 6 turnovers for A. Reeves, but at the end of the day, I thought that he really helped us overall. I thought his energy was good. His knack for the basketball is really, really special. And, you know, the effort is what you really appreciate. He just played hard all night long, and really, really was next play mentality tonight. Make a mistake, forget about it. Let's get back to it. And I really like how he approached this basketball game tonight a lot, man. So even though the stats don't tell you he was great, ultimately I thought he was. He really was. And 4 offensive rebounds. Like I said, he was chasing down long rebounds. Very impressive effort tonight for him. So yeah, the Dorian Finney-Smith acquisition is working out for me, man. I'm really enjoying watching Dorian out there. The corner threes and stuff like that fell for him tonight. He had 2 of those. And just really disruptive, man. And stuff that you see more so on the screen than you will in the box score. And the size that we allow ourselves to have out there, with him being active, Cam Reddish, Jackson Hayes, Anthony Davis, Rui Hachimura, LeBron James, Reeves Christie. We're just big. We're a big team, and I think that really imposed itself against a Atlanta Hawks team that does have some size disadvantages against us. And I thought it really, really showed tonight. I thought even though Onyeka Okongwu had 11 boards tonight, Capella had 7. I thought we really did a great job of just using our size to impose itself against this team. And, you know, we were already a big team. You know, even D'Lo was considered a big guard, but I just think this team is a bit more steady right now with the type of talent that we're throwing out there from the forward position. I just feel a bit more, I don't know what the right word would be. I almost want to say serious. There's a lot of times D'Lo come in the game, sometimes he'd be laissez-faire about his attitude. Sometimes he throw some shots that weren't really good. You know, sometimes stuff that he did was, I would call basketball goofy, to be honest with you. Even though he's a smart player, did some good things. The ceiling would be really high, but he wouldn't reach it a lot of times. A lot of times you're rolling your eyes watching him make plays. Defensive effort wouldn't always be there. Just the brick shots going down the other way, and they targeting him defensively. When you remove that piece, even though you don't have some of the three-point efficiency, or maybe you don't have some of the playmaking efficiency, what you also don't have is teams able to identify a piece and target it defensively, or a guy going around shooting shots that just kind of don't look like they're really doing much anything, or a lot, just kind of lazy energy at times, depending on how he feels on a given night. I just feel like when you remove that piece and you bring in a Dorian, now you're 100% always huge. Now you're 100% always a defensive threat. And I think that really showed up tonight as a means of what we were able to do. The size that Dorian brings, I think, really accomplishes a lot in helping Anthony Davis win rebound situations. We talk about a lot in the past, when we would be smaller, Anthony Davis wouldn't have people on his team helping him with multiple attempts at rebounds, being a big person that would tip the ball up so he can come down and pull it down. It would usually be him going up against several big people, sort of like the dynamic of what we've seen against the Cleveland Cavaliers. But when the team that you're going up against isn't significantly big, for which the Cavs are, you see that those multiple attempts, those extra tips that a guy like Dorian will get, or Rui and Bron, and all three of those guys being on the floor at any given moment, you're always down there with somebody that's at least 6'9", 6'8", who's looking to, affect some threading on the boards, I guess, to be a threat on the boards at all times is what I'm trying to express. So that's what I see there. You got Dorian, you got Rui, you got Bron, you got AD, you got Max, you got Austin, Cam, Jackson. You're all, connect. All of these people are big and intentional on getting boards. And I think that really, when they go after boards, whether they get them or not, they just make it easier for a guy like Anthony Davis, because there's multiple threats helping him do so. So I just think that being on the floor 24/7 makes us a significantly better basketball team, and we're more likely to win boards than we were before we made the trade. So I think that's what's really helping. It's just the excess size, the removal of the silliness, more or less, is what I guess the best way I know how to describe it, and the insertion of a rather serious defensive threat and a good floor spacer in Dorian Finney-Smith. So I'm liking what the trade is doing right now, especially since we're finding ways of getting assists from other people. AD, Bron, Austin, Shake Milton has done a good job tonight. I thought he was deliberate in trying to make plays for others. They gave him the ball with the intention of him being a point guard, and I think he did a good job tonight. Not trying to break the mold as it pertains to creation, but just ultimately making the easy pass and getting the simple look off to AD, or the simple pass to Bron. That's going to work, you know what I mean? We're not asking him to be Lonzo Ball out there. Just, run the ball up, make the simple pass, get the ball to a high percentage player, and let them give you the assist. And so I think Shake Milton has done a good makeshift, is that the word? Makeshift job, in trying to provide us some playmaking out there. So we're making do. That's really what it comes down to. We don't have the greatest playmaking circumstance right now, but Bron, AD, and Austin are capable. And then you got just enough coming from other people to make it work. And we're getting our 28 to 30 assists. And that's what I really hope we will get every night. So that's what it is, man. I just thought our defense looked significantly better. We're a better defensive team. We ran into a team that just shot significantly poorly from behind the arc. And I think that really helped us. They ate away at their opportunities to succeed and win 9 out of 10 games. They're probably not going to miss those threes. So we're happy to run into the Hawks on this night. So yeah, that's my point of view, man. I like this game. I thought the effort was good. And like I said, we're happy to run into the Hawks on a really cold night. And we're looking forward to playing a very, very impressive Houston Rockets team. They did have some injuries hit them, though. If I'm not mistaken, Jabari Smith broke his hand today or something like that. So he's going to be out for about a month and some change. So we won't have to deal with him. And that should be significantly positive in going up against a team that's been winning in the West a lot this year. So, yeah, we're on the road now, man. 2-game road trip, if I'm not mistaken. We'll be seeing Houston and Dallas. Let's see if there's anybody else on the docket for that road trip. It may be. Let's see. No, that's it. We're just gonna run over to Texas for about 3 days. Sunday we have Houston, and of course Tuesday we play Dallas. Dallas is down some people. I don't know if Kyrie's gonna be back by then. I know Luka definitely will not be back by then. So hopefully we're running to a shorthanded Dallas team, and of course that'll be the return of Dorian Finney-Smith to the Dallas Mavericks. So that'll be interesting there. And then we'll be back home for a 4-game homestand where we got some more of this scheduling nonsense where we see the Spurs twice back to back in our building. Whoever the schedule maker is for this year, I really can't stand you, honestly. I really can't stand you. You've made life hard on all of us. I didn't even know we were doing a back-to-back until after the game last night, and then had to watch highlights of the Atlanta Hawks at 6 o'clock this morning just to do the homework that I consistently love to do. I am not happy with you schedule makers at all, man. At all. So that's really what it is, man. Because of it, I'm a little bit tired, but I try to give you this video and make sure that it uploads and just give you the quality that I know that you expect from me. And I'm glad the Lakers made it worth it by getting the victory tonight. So that's pretty much what it is. Game Ball AD. Lakers get the victory. BDF 44. I thank you all for watching, and I'm out.